Ready? Yeah. This is supposed to be a philosophy of sadness video, but something more interesting crept up. Something more sad, something more vicious, something maybe more powerful. Hope. You might either be in that camp of people who say, I love hoping, or in the opposite end of the spectrum and say, I hate hoping and hope to never hope in my life. Which is still hoping, but you know what I mean. Or you could be somewhere in the middle and say, I hope when I can't help it, but generally I don't like this idea of hoping. Today we're going to talk about exactly that. The philosophy of hope. Nothing better than hyper-intellectualizing everything in life, is it? Firstly, let's work on some semantics. We often think that being hopeful is akin to being optimistic about something, and the word optimism and hope are often used interchangeably. But if you think about it hard enough, we can easily be hopeful about things that we're not optimistic about. For example, I'm hopeful that my finals are going to be easy because I've not studied for them, as I'm busy hyper-intellectualizing hope right now. But I'm not optimistic that the finals are going to be easy because the finals are probably going to be harder as they are finals. So here comes the tyranny of hope. You can hope even when you realize that you're probably not getting the object of your hope. And in that sense, hope and optimism are fundamentally different. But then the question still stands. What is hope? On what is called the standard account of hope, philosophers would like you to think about two other mental states that hope can be boiled down to: desire and belief. So on the standard account, there are two conditions for hope. A, that the object of hope is desired by the hoper. And B, that there exists a belief that the object of desire is possible but not certain. So for me to hope for something, I need to desire for something. And I also need to have this belief that what I desire is possible, but not certain. For example, I might desire to fly like a bird, but since it's not possible, I do not hope to fly like a bird. What takes a normal desire from just a desire to hope is that tinge of belief that what I desire is possible. Now, of course, there are tens of objections against this account and new other accounts for what hope is. Some even argue that hope cannot be reduced down to other mental states and that it is a fundamental mental state, just like desires and beliefs are. Let me be clear here. We're not interested in any of that puzzle solving. Let's leave that to analytic philosophers for a while. What we are interested in here is the value of hope. So do we hope about things in life? Well, some philosophers say no. Well, when you hope for something and do not get it, you become sad because you didn't get something that you hoped for. On the other hand, if you do not hope for something and you do get something, you do not get sad again thinking, I should have hoped for it. It's too sad, I didn't hope. In fact, you might even enjoy getting something you never expected. So hoping seems like a complete devil here. For some people though, hope can act as a catalyst for moving on with the dread and hardships of the world. Hope has been a significant theme in almost all religions. In Buddhism, for example, there is this hope to release ourselves from suffering. In other religions, there is hope for afterlife. There is hope to purge yourself. There is hope to be united with the God, and so on and so on. For other philosophers, hope can be valuable in an instrumental sense. Hoping for something might actually get you the object of hope, as it is only if you hope for something, you actually put on your efforts to get that object of hope. For example, if you hope to get a job, you'll actually be doing things like applying for the job, going to interviews, making connections, which will ultimately land you a job. But if you do not hope for it, you're less likely to do any of that and less likely to get a job. Well, you might again say, well, I didn't hope to get the job in the first place, so I won't feel dejected for not getting something I didn't even hope for. And to that I say, to say. Now, hope can have different meanings in social and political contexts. Some see hope in society as a good thing. In an earlier video, I talked about social contract theory. In a social contract, individuals come together to form a contract in a hope for the protection of the social order. In democracy, we hope that other citizens of our country will vote along with us to achieve similar political goals. Some think that hope is not always what is warranted. Let's say that an oppressive government is deliberately oppressing marginalized groups in a society. In that context, hope does nothing more than provide a false sense of security. Would never get social change if women in the 1800s hope that men would someday magically hand them the basic human rights. In an oppressive society, the oppressor can use hope as a form of control. And since hope is intrinsically linked to our desires and beliefs, hope can be used to manipulate people and exert power. What is warranted in such a case of oppression is not hope, but bitterness. A person who is bullied, for example, cannot stay hoping for the bully to magically change and be kind to them. Hope is not always a good thing. Maybe it's never a good thing. But the question is, how much can we resist ourselves from hoping? I hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching and tune in for more epistemic spaghetti.